We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 32. You look at this Arizona defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Viking 18.
They'll start on the ground with Benson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Chandler. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Cardinals hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Back to throw. Chandler. Over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
From the gun on 3rd down. Chandler. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 2.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Purdy now to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
The tight end in motion right.
Purdy looking to throw. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3rd and 12.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
19 Lions. Check go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 3rd down, here's Benson.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Chandler over the middle. He'll get it to Harrison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
The Cardinals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Chandler. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Purdy.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 with it.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy.
That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact.
and short of the sticks.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Operating from the gun, Purdy.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Open man here is Benson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the cup.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, go!
Operating from the gun, Chandler.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot.
We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's caught left side. Myers with it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, it's Benson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 93 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first carry now. This is Williams. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
A give left side for Benson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy going to give it to Garendo.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's 3rd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Go!
A give up the middle with Benson.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Let's go! Head to 60, head to 60. Hey, hey, check that, check that.
Another run here with Benson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
19, Tiger, 70 range, 70 range.
Back to throw. Chandler. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cowboy 80. Let go.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Set up.
They run over center with Benson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A 4-yard gain brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Going for it. Here's Benson.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Now Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Throwing to start the drive. Chandler, he's got Harrison left side complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 8. Open man is Myers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Chandler. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he gets it down to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Running out of the gun here with Benson.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Operating from the gun, Chandler. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey.
Brought down at the 20.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Purdy looking to throw.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll go again with Benson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Benson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. On the give, it's Benson.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll run again.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
This is 1st and 10. Purdy to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Here's Purdy to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. Now inside the 25. Deebo Samuel.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Let's go.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Cards, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.